This is my self-reflection on our group project. So you can see our group project was around how to have better safety on our roads, and that was our initial idea. Um, Once we started doing some research, we decided to refine our ideas a little bit more. So these were our initial ideas here in a mind map, but we decided we'd focus on road safety because our group was sort of more interested in that section. So then I created a smarter goal, and you can see here the smarter goal is broken down into sections, which I found really useful when setting a goal because this template helped us refine our idea into smaller sections so it was more achievable. So you can see that when we go down to what is the actual specific goal. So our SMART goal was to specifically educate people on the risks of the road and how to be safe. How are we going to do it? So this really helped us break down how we were going to work on our goal and how achievable it would be given the time that we had. So that was the main I guess, strategy we used to help refine our goal. And I find this really helpful so that next time I need to set a goal, I'm going to use this smarter template because I can see that by breaking down a big goal into smaller sections, I can really work out whether my goal is going to be achievable or not. So some of the challenges that we came up with was that we decided we were going to come up with a brochure to educate people. So we had to make sure that our brochure was appealing, make sure that it covered what we needed, and we decided we were going to make contact to get to our local MP to see if we can get some feedback on whether or not road safety in Aberfoyle Park was actually an issue or not. In terms of our proposal, we then got some feedback, and we got a feedback from our teacher, and we got some good feedback. So it says here, I can see challenge and reach out to the MP might be reaching out to them in person. So we decided that we would then take that feedback and refine our final idea even more. So here you can see that we decided to improve our idea by minimising the information from being really wordy to dot points, which was really good feedback that we got because we realised when we looked at brochures, there's not a lot of words on there, it's more of dot points. And we also decided to just try and address it's everyone's responsibility to keep people safe on the road, and what the penalties were. So getting the feedback from a parent, from a teacher, and from our peers was really, really helpful in terms of working out what we could do better. And I think that using feedback will be good in the future because it doesn't matter whether you're at work or at school, getting feedback can help make your work better. So in terms of then working out who was going to be in our group and what roles each person had in the group, because otherwise we would just all be trying to work on the same thing. So we broke our groups down and gave them specific goals. And then this is our brochure that we had, which we created. It's got a QR code on there, which was really helpful. And we decided to do it like that because we all thought that a brochure or a pamphlet was a better way to give information to people rather than like a written paper about it. And it was easier to communicate what the goal of our project was and road safety in a brochure rather than in a written document. So that's why we chose that presentation mode because it was better to communicate with our audience. So here you can see that we tried to incorporate some emails to people as well. So we got some feedback on there and we asked whether we could display them in the school because that was something that we needed to be mindful of, that we couldn't just put them up all around the school if 150 year 10s were doing the same thing. So we've reached out to Miss Nichol and asked her if we could display them, and Miss Nichol was able to give us some really good ideas about how we could do that. There's some evidence of me putting the brochures up in student services for people to use.